Super Bowl rematch, Eagles at the Chiefs. It's flipped a couple times.
Yeah.
At that 1.5 line, it was Chiefs were underdogs and the Chiefs were favored, and then we're back for what I'm seeing as the Chiefs being plus 1.5 underdogs here. It's a rare opportunity to take Mahomes as a home underdog. It very rarely happens. The Eagles will have Jalen Carter back this week after getting thrown out of that Cowboys game. The one thing with Philadelphia, and granted they didn't have Carter, they gave up a lot of penalty yards. They gave up a ton. I think they led the league last week in total penalty yards given up. Usually you would this one's so hard. You would think maybe a revenge spot for KC with the Super Bowl. It's usually an auto hit if KC's an underdog. But is it this season? I'm just not totally sure. But I'm going to stay true to it. It's still Mahomes. It's still Andy Reid. I'm going KC plus 1.5.
So when I wrote this down, it was Chiefs at 1.5. And that's what I went with. And the only note I put is I just trust this organization to bounce back. And that's it. Another thing that just came to my mind was that some of those Eagles young defenders did not look excellent like they did last year in their game against the Cowboys. So I could see a little bit of regression actually from this defense at first. And frankly, I just trust Mahomes and Reid. And look, Spagnuolo, I talked about earlier how bad the Chiefs defense was. There's no way they're going to leave guys that wide open again. I know they're playing against a really good offense, but I just like Kansas City at home. Their home opener, Super Bowl rematch. Eagles defense didn't look too inspiring until the end of the game last week. I'm going to go Chiefs minus 1.5. Okay, Sunday Night Football. I don't know how this game got slated as the primetime game, but Falcons and Vikings, 4.5. Is that what you're seeing? Yeah, I'm going to go. I want to take the Falcons here. This is kind of similar to last year. If you recall, the Falcons lost week 1, and then they went on the road in a hostile environment in a primetime game week 2. Last year's against the Eagles, and they upset the Eagles. I kind of see the same thing. I could see the same thing happening here. McCarthy was pretty bad in the first half, but pretty dang good in the second half. So we still don't really know who he is yet because he did make one really good throw in the first half to get a field goal on that last drive. But other than that, he was really bad. Then he threw that pick 6, but credit to him for bouncing back from that.
Right.
Rarely see that from a young quarterback, so good for him. And but Falcons were close. They had many opportunities to win that game against the Buccaneers last week. I think Penix looked pretty good. And their defense also looked okay, given the Falcons historically have never had a good defense. I thought they played all right. And, I just see this as a bounce-back game. Sunday Night Football, Falcons take plus 4.5. I'd probably take them to win it, too, but I'm not going to go there.
Ooh. I think it's crazy McCarthy's getting back-to-back primetime games. Get the Monday night game, then gets the Sunday night game right after. What a way to open up your NFL career. I'm going Minnesota, minus 4.5. I think I'm banking on this defense being able to get Penix off schedule, get him out of the pocket. And I mentioned it in our NFC South preview that if you get Penix, if he's on schedule, if he's got time, he's really good. And, if you get him outside of the pocket, get him, scrambling, he's not the same player. And the Vikings game against the Bears, they were able to get to Caleb, and Caleb's a guy who can take off. He can improvise. He's really good at doing that, and he's able to avoid a lot of those one-on-one defenders that he gets lined up with when they bring those blitzes. Penix isn't that kind of guy, and I think this Brian Flores defense is going to be able to get to him early and often in this one.